Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Market Review. It's been a while. Before we get into the episode, I'm going to be telling you guys why the naira is going to keep falling in value and why the dollar is the better asset to hold in these times. Now, of course, the reason why the naira is falling, one of the major reasons is simply because we are consuming way more than we are producing in this country. So if we are actually importing way more than we export, it simply means that all the dollars in this country is going out of the country and using it to buy assets outside the country or consumables outside the country, bringing it into the country to consume it, which basically reduces the amount of dollars circulating within the country, and then that makes dollars scarce, which basically just increases the price of the dollars, right? So there's that. And in the naira's defense, every other currency is also reducing in value as well in relation to the dollars, simply because of this particular indicator. This particular indicator is called the DXY. So what the DXY is the dollar currency index. So basically this determines, or this shows you the strength of the United States dollars, okay? And you can see the United States dollar has been going up over the past couple of months now. Since January of this year, it has been gradually climbing, and recently it started climbing way more aggressively. So basically, let me explain what this means. All right, so the dollar strength, the dollar currency index basically shows the strength of the dollar. Okay, so which means that when it starts going up, basically what that means is that as it climbs, it becomes much more attractive to investors. So what do investors do, or what would investors rather hold? Would they rather hold other assets, especially in a very, very uncertain time that we are, where markets are falling in price, assets are crashing in value and all that? Would you rather hold those assets, or would you rather hold the dollar, which is starting to become the strongest currency in the world? Now, I didn't say cryptocurrency, I said currency. It's a fiat currency. Now, everything right now in relation to cryptocurrency like Bitcoin and other strong assets out there, they are falling in price. But in terms of fiat currency to fiat currency, dollar is a better asset to hold. So when assets like this, like the dollar, and you can see it through the DXY, which is the US dollar currency index, when you see it coming up in price, or when it's starting to push up in price and show more strength, this becomes a better asset to hold. This is why dollar has been rising so much faster in Nigeria. At least it's one of the reasons. Now, like I said, you can't just look at this in isolation. Another reason why we are even in a much worse situation than we're supposed to be is because obviously we are importing way more than we are exporting. So which means that we do not even have dollars in this country, not enough in the first place, right? And other careless monetary policy as well, I'm sure. But this indicator shows that the dollar is a much more favorable asset to hold. At least in these times that we are in right now, the dollar certainly is becoming an asset to hold. And as long as the DXY continues to go up, right now you can see we are in 113, right? During January it was in 94, right? The DXY was in 94, and now we're in 113, and just in September we were in 108, around 100, right? And then now we're in 113. What could happen next month, or what could happen next week even, right? We could get to much higher levels of like 120, 130 and all that. And basically the higher this figure gets, the stronger the dollar and the more alluring it is for investors or for people to hold. Okay, so like I said, in its defense, the naira isn't the only thing that is reducing in value in relation to the dollar. Other assets as well, the pounds, the euros, the Swiss franc, every other currency as well is reducing in value in relation to the dollar, because the moment the dollar starts increasing in value, which is being shown by this indicator, it just simply means that people would rush to hold the dollar. Now, when people rush to hold the dollar, it simply just devalues the other assets as well. So not even a talk of the naira, right? That has been affected by probably so many careless policies, and definitely corruption within the country as well. So this is just a simple indicator to show you guys why the dollar is a much better asset to hold in relation to the naira, and why the naira will keep falling as long as the DXY keeps increasing. So I'm definitely not saying that all hope is lost, that we are definitely screwed as a country. Definitely we need to get our affairs in order within the country. We definitely need to start something that is very, very important, is that we definitely need to start producing way more than we consume, that is export way more than we import into the country. That would definitely get enough dollars into the country to stop the bleeding, or at least reduce it. Okay, so right now, as of today, dollar to naira is somewhere around 750 naira for a dollar. If this country on a whim started exporting way more than it imported, then we can definitely see that reduce back to like 500 or even 400, or probably even lower, right? So dollar is still going to be a much more favorable asset to hold, and it's still going to be stronger than the naira, that's for sure, especially with this indicator showing that the dollar is increasing in strength. But the naira is not going to be as weak as it is right now. Okay, so this is just a little thing I felt like I should show you guys, because not everybody knows about this, and it's something I've known about for a while. So there you go. This is why the naira is gonna keep dropping in value in relation to the dollar. But like I said, it doesn't necessarily mean it's the only reason why that is happening. All right, so let's get into the order of the day. Let's review some cryptocurrencies. Now, for those of you who don't know, I review crypto assets. I review their prices and review where their prices could be heading down to, and where would be appropriate to buy the dip, and where would be appropriate to take some profits, and basically what you should do price wise, or what you should look forward to price wise with these assets. Right now, obviously not financial advice. I have personally been a trader for the past decade, so I'm just giving you guys my opinion on where prices could be headed. And if you have any cryptocurrencies you would like me to take a look at, like some I'll be doing today, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. The next time I make my market review, they will be in the video. I'll take a look at them. All right, so let's get started. Now, obviously, the first one we'll be taking a look at is Bitcoin. Bitcoin controls the rest of the market. So we fell from $21,000, and now we are currently sitting at $19,000. Now, I anticipate that we could see Bitcoin head lower to $12,000. I still have some buy limit set at $12,000, expecting Bitcoin to fall towards that point. Now, this is not a guarantee that Bitcoin is going to fall down to $12,000. I'm just taking a look at what I'm seeing on the chart as a trader, and I am anticipating Bitcoin to fall down towards that area, and then I'll be able to buy some Bitcoin at that area. Now, with that being said, Bitcoin has been holding really steady at $19,000. So it is possible that we could see Bitcoin hold at this area for a while before we see it head lower, or we'll definitely need a very strong negative news or something like that to definitely push it lower to the lower levels of $12,000. But nevertheless, we still could see it go back up towards $30,000. But personally, $12,000 seems more likely in the near term than $30,000. But either ways, I am prepared for whatever the market is going to throw at me. Alright guys, so let's take a look at ADA. Now, I've not covered this in a while. The last time I covered ADA was when it was around 40-50 cents. I told you guys that we should be anticipating that ADA falls to 40 cents. At least that would be a good spot to buy it. Now, as you guys can see, ADA has certainly gotten to 40 cents, and it's even below that right now, currently sitting at 36 cents. So for those of us who definitely set some buy limit at 40 cents, congratulations, you've gotten into some ADA at some cheap prices. This is why I say you always want to buy the market when it's falling down in price, not when it's going up in price. All right, now ADA currently sits at 36 cents. So if you would like to buy some more, definitely not a bad idea to still buy some more even at these low prices. Now personally, I am still anticipating for ADA, especially if Bitcoin continues on its trend lower. I am certainly anticipating a 27 cents ADA. All right, so we could see Cardano fall down towards 27 cents, and I'll be looking to buy some more ADA at those prices. Now, if you guys are familiar with me and familiar with my channel, you know I preach cryptocurrencies like Cardano a lot. All right, I am personally a big fan of Cardano, but the main reason why I'm a big fan of Cardano or cryptocurrencies like it is simply because of what's called staking. Okay, staking is basically going to allow you to be able to hold these assets and basically get more of these assets just by holding it. Okay, basically it's like getting free money at this point. So imagine holding Bitcoin, and then just for holding Bitcoin you get more Bitcoin. Okay, that is going to be a very, very big deal in future when these assets skyrocket in price. Okay, so if you have, for example, 10,000 ADA, 10,000 Cardano right now, okay, you have 10,000 of it. Cardano is now worth just $10. That is $100,000 in Cardano that you have in your possession, right? But not only do you now have $100,000 worth of Cardano in your possession, you are now able to generate up to $5,000 a year from it. So you have $100,000, you get free $5,000 a year from it. So you see why I make a very big deal. And Cardano is not the only staking cryptocurrency. All right, there are other staking cryptocurrencies as well that offer higher percentage. All right, so if you have $100,000 worth of Cardano, that is 10,000 ADA, and you're getting $5,000 a year, that is basically 5%, because Cardano, when you stake with Cardano, you are getting 5% per annum, so which is basically 5,000. So if you want to get more, you just need to hold more Cardano, right? So that if the price goes to $10, or another way that you could do it is simply just waiting for the price to go higher. So you can get more by if the price goes higher, or if you hold way more. So if you hold 20,000, that is 200,000, right? So which means you'll be getting $10,000 a year from it, because it's still 5%. So you definitely do what you want to do, but this is something that's gonna happen. All right, so like I said, Cardano is not the only one. There are other cryptocurrencies as well. So you're getting 5% with holding Cardano, right? With, for example, Atom is another cryptocurrency that enables staking. Atom enables you to be able to earn up to 20% on your holdings. Okay, so if you have, for example, $100,000 worth of Atom, all right, when the price goes higher, okay, you'll be getting 20% on that. So instead of getting $5,000, you'll be getting $20,000 per year from it. Okay, so this is a really, really big deal that a lot of people are really ignoring, and many people right now are regretting, oh, why don't I hold I wish I had Bitcoin when it was like $100 or even $1,000, right? Or even $3,000. I would have been well off now. Well, it's the same thing. You can hold these assets right now. Like, for example, look at Cardano. Cardano is at 36 cents. Okay, so now let's do this experiment. You want to hold 10,000 ADA, right? How much does it cost you right now to hold 10,000 ADA? It simply costs you, at these prices, it's going to cost you $3,600, $3,600. That's what's going to cost you to hold 10,000 ADA. Now, the market starts going up. ADA is now at $10, all right? You now have $100,000 worth of ADA, and you're still getting free money on top of that, right? So which means you do not even have to spend your $100,000 to be able to like live your life or whatever you want to do. Okay, so this is a very strong reason why I say do not sleep on these assets that enable you to stake. Okay, and they have to be good assets as well. That goes without saying, because anybody can create a staking cryptocurrency. If it doesn't have any utility, then obviously it's not going to be worth anything. But Cardano certainly has utility, and it's definitely going to be worth stuff. So the other ones as well, you don't have to stick to Cardano. There are other cryptocurrencies as well that have staking on them. I have made a video about this, so definitely I'm going to leave it in the description below. You guys can check it out, because I have gone deep into this in the past. So check it out, so I won't have to basically just be rehashing stuff over here. All right, so let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum is also still holding very steady at 1,300 to 1,400 range. Now I am expecting Ethereum to fall back lower towards $900, $980, give or take, simply if Bitcoin drops lower. I will be setting my buy limit at $980, waiting for Ethereum to fall. But regardless, if you've not had Ethereum in a while, still the best price to get Ethereum right now would be even at present prices, because even at present prices it's still a great price. It wasn't so long ago that Ethereum was at $2,000. It literally wasn't long ago, just 2 months ago Ethereum was at $2,000, and now we are basically around $1,000. So holding Ethereum at these prices is still okay, but I am anticipating Ethereum to go much lower in price, especially if Bitcoin continues to go lower to $12,000 like I think. Alright guys, so let's take a look at Solana. Now you guys know how I feel about Solana. Solana is a cryptocurrency that I really do not really fancy anymore. I used to hold it before, but I really don't fancy it. So I am basically going to wait for it to come down to my price before I even bother about holding it. Okay, so you guys know the reason why I drew this. If you don't know, I've made the video in the past. I'm going to leave it in the description below. Same thing with Bitcoin. It's the same reason why I drew this pattern. This is a pattern that develops in the chart that basically shows you that the market is preparing to go lower. So in the past, just like Bitcoin a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago, this pattern was developing in the chart for Solana, just like it was for Bitcoin, where price seemed to be going up. Everybody thought prices were going up, but I said it that the price is preparing to go down, and if this plays out, we could see Bitcoin drop down to $12,000. Like I said, we could see Solana drop down to $23, and we are certainly seeing that happen right now. We are certainly broken out of this range. So you can see this, we have a range here. Prices have broken down and we seem to be heading lower. So right now we have Solana at $30. I am still anticipating Solana to drop down to $23. So it goes without saying, the moment we see Bitcoin start dropping much lower, we will definitely see Solana drop lower to $23. Now let's take a look at XRP. Now XRP is one that has definitely gotten a boost recently. The team developing XRP have definitely had a tough one this year, with the SEC suing them and trying to classify this asset as a security, so which means it will have to fall under the jurisdiction of the SEC, right? So they've been fighting that battle, and it has definitely not helped the price, because XRP fell all the way from like $2 during the bull run, and then it has crashed so much that it crashed to like 30 cents, right? The last time I covered XRP, it was around this 30 cents area, and I was anticipating that, oh, I think it could go lower or go towards 37 cents or something like that. I can't really remember, it's been a while, but much recently it started to look like, okay, the team could be getting a win, or they seem to be getting some headway with the case. So it definitely boosted the price a little bit. So we can see XRP jumped all the way from this range, because it was in this range for a while. Since June of 2022, it had been moving between 31 cents and 37 cents since June of this year. All right, so much recently in September, they definitely broke out of that range of between 31 to 37 cents, and now they currently sit at around 48 cents. Okay, so it went to its high recently of 52 cents, and now it sits around 48 cents. So is this an okay time to buy XRP? Well, yeah, you could still buy it, especially if you've not gotten it in a while. I guess you could still buy it at these prices, but obviously it's a much higher price than what it was a couple of weeks ago, right? So I mean, the best time to have bought it was around the 31 to 37 cents range. Certainly that was when I was even buying it. But if you want to buy it now, sure, you can buy some now, but still look to buy, because whatever goes up must come back down. You know, they've had this huge boost, okay, boosted them all the way to 48 cents right now, and they seem to be holding well at these prices. But we could still see the market come back down to 37 cents. So if you would like to buy the dip for XRP, you should be looking to do so at 37 cents. Okay, 37 cents it's a good spot to buy the dip for XRP. And then after it gets to 37 cents, we could now see it continue to head higher. If truly XRP is going to start heading higher, once we come down to 37 cents, we would see it continue to head higher and then break past 52 cents and head towards like 75 cents or something like that. All right, so now let's take a look at some of your requests. All right, so this one is Anchor. So I have never heard of this cryptocurrency before, but nevertheless, I was asked to take a look at it. So Anchor, looking at it, it came down all the way from its high of about $21. That is really, really huge. That's a very, very big fall from, you know, where it is now. So if you like to buy Anchor, since it has fallen all the way from $21, I think any prices within these prices is a good price to buy it, especially if you believe in the project and you understand what they are doing. You see there's utility. You always want to make sure there's utility within that cryptocurrency. If it has no utility, there's no really long term for its price. All right, it has no long term. Everything is just short term, and then, you know, the price crash might just stay that way for a very, very long time, and it might never really go up. But like I said, if you believe in this asset and then also you see utility in it, definitely buying at these prices is a good price, because right now Anchor sits at 2 cents. All right, right now it's sitting at 2 cents, which is a very good price to buy it at. But I looked lower and we could still see it dropped all the way to 1 cent. There is some support at this 1 cent area. Okay, so if you go back really, really deep into the chart, you could see there is some support here, there's some level here which is supporting the price. So we could see Anchor drop all the way to the 1 cent area. So if you're looking to buy the dip even more for Anchor, definitely look to do so at the 1 cent area. But 2 cents right now, even with that, it's still a great price to buy Anchor right now, even at these prices. All right, so let's take a look at Harmony. This is also another request from one of you guys, and right now Harmony sits at 1 cent. All right, like I said, these assets are great at great prices at this point in time. So if you want to buy them, it's a pretty good spot to buy it, because Harmony dropped all the way from its high of like $37. So these are definitely probably once in a lifetime opportunities or second chances for you to get into this asset if you're not holding it yet. All right, so Harmony right now currently sits at 1 cent, so which means if you like to buy it now, is pretty much a good spot to buy it at, because even right now it's at good support, and from here we could see the price continue to head higher, or if Bitcoin continues to drop, we could see it head lower. But you know, 1 cent is a pretty good area to buy it at, because even the next support is still at the 1 cent area. So that's why I said, if you like to hold these assets, now is a pretty good spot to buy it. We are at a pretty good support to buy Harmony right now. Now, if Bitcoin starts going up, or if cryptocurrency prices starts to go up, the next spot for you to take some profit for Harmony would be at the 2 cents. If you're not looking to hold it for long term and you need to cash in some profits, consider doing so at the 2 cents area, because that's a pretty good spot to take some profit. Now, another one we should be taking a look at is Zilliqa. All right, now this one I have also never held it before, but I was asked to take a look at it. Now it still goes without saying, this one right now is at 3 cents. Great spots to hold it. These assets are basically at great spots to hold it, considering where they were during the bull run. Like for example, this one was basically at the price of $23, and now we are at like 3 cents. Okay, so if you like to hold some Zilliqa right now, you're at a pretty good spot to hold it. But if you're looking to be more precise with your entry, consider doing so at 2 cents, because we would be having some buy entry at 2 cents. And also, if prices continue to fall further, we could definitely see Zilliqa head down to the 1 cent area. So these are pretty good prices to hold Zilliqa. because even from these areas of like 1 cent or something, if prices begin to go up from there, at that point that's like 100%. Like if prices begin to go on, like prices fell all the way to 1 cent and then price starts to go up from 1 cent all the way to like 3 cents or something like that, right? That's still like 100% move. You're basically still going to be doubling your money at that point. So I mean, even buying it at these lower prices is definitely a huge advantage if you're trying to make it much more precise. So that's still a good spot to be in. Now another one we should be taking a look at, also still a request from one of you guys, is Arc Block. All right, so Arc Block is pretty much at a good price right now. It has been oscillating between 5 cents and 20 cents over a period of time for a while now, right? So I took a look at it and I see that it has been oscillating between those prices for a while now. So right now prices are currently at 13 cents. So if you would like to buy Arc Block, buying it at the middle prices of 13 cents is still actually okay. And as you can see, it has started to recover a little bit ever since it touched 12 cents. So if you would like to buy it at much lower prices, if we see prices continue to drop, 5 cents would definitely be a great spot to buy it at. So we could see it drop all the way back down to 5 cents. You can get it in at 5 cents and then ride it back up to 20 cents. So 20 cents would be a great spot to take some profit because it has been oscillating between 5 cents and 20 cents for a period of time now. So even buying it at the middle price right now of 13 cents, you're still going to be buying it at a good price, and then consider taking some profit at 20 cents. Or if you believe in it, this project long term, then you can definitely hold it till it gets back to its highs, right? All right, so let's take a look at Hedera hash graph. This is a cryptocurrency I actually know about, but I prefer to hold other projects or other assets than hold HBAR, but I could still hold it in future. I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but HGraph is definitely one cryptocurrency that has fallen over the years. It came down from its high of like $57, right? Right now it's sitting at like 6 cents at this point. So at this point, like I said, if you believe in this project, these prices are ridiculous prices to get it in, right? Like for example, Cardano. I really love Cardano, right? Cardano at its high was at $3, and right now Cardano sits at 36 cents, right? Which is basically like 90% of its high. Great price to buy it at, right? HBAR, Cardano, Hedera hash graph is basically at this point like 99% of its high, right? So fantastic price to buy it at if you believe in this project. These couple of assets I've taken a look at right now, you do not even really need a precise buying price, because at this point, if you believe in the project long term, you are just going to be happy buying it at these prices because they are so low right now. Because one thing with the bear market is that it brings the prices of everything down. All right, so which means great assets, they give you great opportunities to get into them. So where everybody is fearful that, oh, the prices have gone down, or the price has gone almost to zero, since you believe in the project, and then they are actually doing things during the bear market. They are developing, they are growing the platform, they are basically doing great stuff that are really going to help them and help the population of the assets, right? You definitely know that those assets will go back up in price, just simply because in the bear market everybody is selling these assets, maybe because they don't understand them, or they are fearful, or they will rather hold cash or something. Whatever their reasons are, people are always fearful during the bear market, which is understandable. That's why prices are low, right? Everything comes down in price. Even Bitcoin is low in price from its high, right? You start buying and stacking up on these assets, because once the bull market resumes and then everything starts going up in price, everything is now okay. People that left the project or sold the asset will now realize that, oh wow, they've even been doing a lot of stuff, they've been developing. In fact, the platform has even grown much larger than it was when I left, right? So let me quickly go and buy this asset. What would that do? It will simply drive up the price and even potentially drive it way past its previous high. All right, so I just spoke about Hashgraph being at its high of like $57, right? At that point you could get to $57 easy. Pass it, you basically make a killing with this, right? Like you make a lot of money with it, right? So that's why I'm saying that even at these prices, it's like a bargain. Just get into it, because especially when you believe in the product and the asset, right? You will definitely make that money back and even surpass it, as long as there's utility on the platform and they keep doing stuff that will improve the platform and make people want to come into the platform. All right, so even Hedera Hashgraph at this price of 6 cents is a very great spot for you to get into it. But if we see continuous downtrend in the market, we definitely could see a 2 cent Hedera Hashgraph. All right, so we could see 2 cent Hedera Hashgraph. If you like to take some profit, 8 cents is a good spot to take some profit. So you can buy some even right now at present price and then take some profit at 8 cents. Alright guys, that's it for this episode. I know it's a long one, but I just had to do it. And sorry I've not been online for a while. I've not been uploading videos. I've just been so busy. Have a busy schedule in my life right now. Like I barely have time to even do stuff for myself. All right, so anyways, that's for this episode. If you guys have any questions, or if you have any suggestions, or if you want me to review your cryptocurrency, a cryptocurrency that you're taking a look at, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. And also I'm going to be releasing more episodes over the weeks. I'm just going to be recording them and then editing them, and then, you know, just setting them to auto upload, so even when I don't have time, at least those episodes can go up. All right, so just bear with me. Just have a busy schedule right now. I barely have time for myself. So anyways, don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and also share it to people who you think it will definitely be helpful for them to take a look at it. So definitely do that. I thank you all for that, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Cheers.